Good afternoon, this is Jared Rand. Welcome to the 3 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, June 26, 2018, Global Guided Meditation Call. In today's meditation, we look upon the planet and we look around, and it's always what we vibrate with, what we see that needs our assistance, needs our input, needs our energy, needs our protection. And there's a lot of, how do I put it? A lot of pulling and tearing here in America with different belief mechanisms, and also different countries that are, still not totally aware of the transition that's taking place. And when we look at a situation where, you get a bunch of people and you get them all whipped up, and then they become violent, and then they become very aggressive, and then they kind of lose their individuality and become like a mob, and destroy and cause harm and damage and so on and so forth. And, when we're making this transition, we have choices that we make on the changes of humanity, the different direction things are going. And when we watch with our own eyes and we feel with our hearts to follow the best direction and the best course of tempering and dissipating aggressive energy. And it's like a lot of people say, well, how do you do that? Well, when we go into meditation and we lend our God spark energy to the shift of energies that are currently swirling on the planet, such as different thought processes of aggression and different negative thought processes. And, we all absorb different negativities. It's hard not to with all of the chatter going on the planet. So how do we neutralize all of this, how do you put it? All of this miscombobulated, aggression and anger and conflict, and people attacking people verbally, all of this stuff that's constantly flooding out, which we can see that's happening. And we've got situations with Mexico getting ready to send millions of people over our borders. I mean, there's a lot of things happening that we have to attend to. We don't have to, but we've chosen to negate that energy field, which is a negative energy field, which we transmute that energy field and basically shut it down. And the only way that we can increase that energy is by using the God force through our God spark to the planet and humanity. And in a meditation, today, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to bring in joy. We're going to bring it in. We're going to bring in joy to humanity and the planet. It counteracts the feeling. Whenever you're joyous, if you remember the times that you have been joyous, genuinely, and you feel what has taken place, how do you feel and what you're looking at and how you view things, and they're not as anywhere near the things that you would normally look at that are disturbing when you're in a joyous energy aren't disturbing anymore. And when you don't give attention to certain issues, they die out. If humanity is not drawn to give attention to something and concentrate on it, so that's what they do. They pull humanity to concentrate or to pay attention through this so-called media and everything, and so people get focused, and then they start thinking, and it intensifies the situation. But when you're in joy, you don't focus on that stuff. You don't care. It's not an issue. It's not something that you concentrate on, that you worry, stress, and fear about. And so with bringing in joy through the heart center and literally enveloping humanity with joy and having it penetrate their heart centers and wash them and cleanse them and purify them with just simple joy, I think that we can raise the vibrational frequency through their higher selves and then their physical selves so that we can become neutralizing field, create a neutralizing field with all of this focused energy for disarray, for aggressiveness, for attacking and causing upheaval and stress and all of those things that we all work with on a daily basis. So it's old to us because it's been around many times. So in joy, we're going to neutralize the effects across the planet of people focusing on these negative issues, these negative things. And we have to identify what the issues are so that we can literally neutralize and wash clean these energies that are low vibrational frequency. And that's just exactly what they are. Anything that brings you down is a low vibrational frequency. Anything, no matter what it is. It could be something that you see. It could be a person. It could be an event. It could be you creating it. That it literally brings you down. And your energy level, your attitude, your emotions. And we've all experienced those times. And once we're cognizant, we're aware, and we're clear that is actually kind of a threat to us, so we can neutralize it whenever it starts to surface. And neutralizing it is depositing joy in the universe. It's moving yourself into joy. And people say, well, how do you do that? Well, you think of times in your life where you have been in joy. Period. Any event. Or you create a scene or a situation where you would like to be or experience that would energize you with joy, that literally would spark your joy. And like I said, we all know that when you're in joy, you're not focused on negative things. And the less you're focused on negative, the better. The more we focus on positive, the more we can increase the vibrational frequency of humanity and the planet. It's common sense. The more we concentrate on negativity, the more negativity will spread. So it's like when you're told something, or something that's disturbing, that somebody, a friend or an acquaintance shares with you that disrupts your field of energy and brings you down into negativity and worry and stress and fear. You care not to entertain it. And people say, well, you're sticking your head in the sand. No, you're aware. You're aware of what these negative vibrations can do, because you can see it happening on the planet. So when we neutralize it and we bring in something like joy, and we create this environment, this atmosphere of joy for humanity, joy for the planet, joy for all of us, it literally neutralizes the fields of negative goopiness, draggy down, all of the goopy things that bring us down. And there's quite a few out there, and we know what they are. So you have a choice. You either want to be in joy, or the alternative is to be in negativity and goopiness, and to have your vibrational frequency low, and to have all sorts of things challenging you. So I think that everyone would pick the joy. So if you will, go to your place of relaxation where you're you're not going to be interrupted. And focus on relaxing. Drop the shoulders, relax the body, relax it inside and out. Let all of the stress, tension flow. Feel it flowing away, draining off of you, vaporizing, and being sent back to the central sun. Just draining out of you. Empty the mind of all the chatter, anything that's negative that you've picked up mentally. Thoughts that have come in that you just care not to entertain. Empty it. Empty your pockets, empty your mind. Have it, visualize it being drained off and literally extracted and vaporized and sent back to the central sun. So now you want to inhale through your nostrils. I'm going to hold it about 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm going to do this probably 3 or more times. Breathing is very important to take us into peace. Our meditation, that's what we're all seeking, is constant peace. So as you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy, and all of that is love, it's bliss, it's joy, it's all the wonderful things that the Creator Source, God, gave us with, that equipped us, that we have with us, that all we have to do is open the doors and let it pour forth. So we're bringing in positive, all positive, high vibrational frequency energy as we breathe in. Love, passion, happiness, bliss, good health, joy, prosperity, all of it. So as you feel it, as you bring it in. Feel it fill you, saturate you. And then as you exhale through your mouth, you're literally expelling all the heaviness, all the burdensome heavies and stresses, anxieties, fears, worries that you've accumulated during the course of the last 24 hours. Or maybe you have things that you've dragged with you in baggage that you just haven't let go of. So breathe that out and witness its extraction and witness its vaporization and having it sent back to the central sun. Having it completely gone. Eliminated. This is when you feel much lighter. Now, we're all going to go into our eternal self through our heart center. We're going to enter our heart center. We're going to go deep within. We come to our vortex. We see the sparkles. We see the glitter. We see the reflections and the light of the golden, white, pink light, purple transmuting flame, reflecting, transmuting, saturating us with prime source, Creator God's love. Eternal love from head to toe. Feel it. We see our higher self. Obviously, we're going to join with our higher self. We're in communication with all higher selves. And now what we do is we call upon assistance for this meditation. We call the archangels of love, seraphim, the cherubim. We call upon the ascended masters, sprites, the fairies. And we call upon all of our loved ones who have passed on to eternal life, etherically, spirit, all of love, to join us in this meditation for the human race and the planet Earth, Gaia. feel them come in. You can feel the wind. You can feel the joy as they join us. We're all protected. We're all encased in a perfect sphere of golden, white, pink light, and purple transmuting flame from Prime Source, Creator God's eternal love. It's the only thing that can penetrate the sphere, because that's what it's made of. Will fry anything negative that tries to approach. Any darkness. We then all float up above the planet, arm in arm. The meditative sphere is reflecting, glowing with all of our meditations. It's collected all of our meditations that we have sent forth since February 12th of this year, all in perpetual motion. And now we begin to be rained upon with the saturation from Prime Source Creator God of joy. Eternal love, opening joy from head to toe, eliminating all conflict, all negative energies, all fear, all stress, and just pure joy saturating our very existence. We feel our vibrational frequency expanding and growing higher, stepping up more and more. We feel renewed, light, buoyant. Everything that weighs us down is eliminated. It is vaporized, sent back to the central sun. You almost are in a form that you're just euphorically floating in joy, totally enveloped in it. Now humanity, becoming totally enveloped in joy. All of the negatives that has, pulling them down and causing them to become confused, disenchanted, drained. This joy, this eternal love opening up to joy coming from Prime Source Creator God is saturating all of humanity and Gaia, the planet. You can see it happening. You can see its brightness and its glow. It's like all of humanity lights up. Each one is a light, and the light within is shining outward. It's lighting up every human being with a pink, golden white pink light. And literally in perpetual motion of literally destroying and eliminating all of the lower vibrational frequencies and the negativities and all of the garbage and the goop and the conflicts, literally pulling it out, vaporizing it and sending it back to the central sun. And you can see this and you feel it. We're witnessing it for ourselves and all of humanity and the planet Gaia. So I'm joining in the meditation, and I will be back to close out.